Their sources and they organize their data on their note cards, they need to start thinking about how they're going to combine their data with their outline, making sure that they have sources and data to back up their claims from their thesis statement. But before doing that, a major thing that the ninth grade English teachers were having trouble with was having students embedding quotes. And so this is going to be a big thing that we're going to try to focus on throughout the year. And so that way this is something that they have a lot of practice with, but there are several rules and things like that to it. So I wanted to make sure, similar to the citations, that everything is detailed in writing so students can use this as a resource to come back to when they're away from the classroom. And so here you'll see the rules for using quotes in an essay, as well as the 4 main ways to introduce a quote, and then some extra examples. And then the next page is more embedding rules, because there were a couple of more that I realized I needed to include, but it was a lot of information on the page, so I wanted to actually break it up. And then the next section is going to be synthesizing your data. And this is something that needs to become more and more complex as they get through high school. And so we want to start it off with pretty basic things, just like, straightforward synthesis in 8th grade. And I do provide some differences here between summary and synthesis, because a lot of students think that this is just a recall of the information, and they don't understand that it's actually showing some sort of understanding of a change or idea and blending some ideas together to come up with a new idea. And to really help out the students, I wanted to make sure that they have some sentence stems. And this is helping them scaffold this information, because hopefully next year when they get to 9th grade, they have a little bit more practice with this, and they are able to show that they can synthesize the data, and they can start using other stems and not necessarily relying so much on this. But this is a good place for them to start. And now the next task is to take all that information they have about embedding the data, or embedding the quotes and synthesizing the data, and to combine your data with your outline. And so, their outline was pretty basic. They didn't have all this information. And now that they know the information that's out there, their research topic or thesis sentence may actually have changed. And so they need to come in here and make sure that their thesis statement is still proper and strong, and they have that listed as the last sentence in their introduction. They have their topic sentences tying back to their thesis statements. And then I'm telling them here that they do the most work during this step, because then it's going to be much easier for them to write all this out in their rough draft, and it's a lot less work later on. And so they're actually going to re-upload their outline here, and I've provided a second outline with data as an example so that students can see what the difference is between the first outline and the second outline. And that was actually all of step 5, which was combining and organizing your ideas and data.